1 year ago, two of boxing's biggest stars faced off in one of the best fights of the year.
Warriors going at it. T-Mobile Arena on their feet.
In the next hour, Canelo's promoter, boxing great Oscar De La Hoya, looks back at Canelo Triple G 1 and gives his insight into their battle.
Triple G, with his relentless style, made it a very difficult fight for Canelo.
And the controversial decision
There was a bad taste in many people's mouths because of that scorecard
that shocked the boxing world.
When you're a fighter and you're in the dressing room and you know your toughest challenge is 5 minutes away, all these emotions are just going through you where if you can't handle it, you're gonna fold, you're gonna break. But if you do handle it and you keep your focus, you can possibly have the best night of your life inside that ring. I believe that both guys, Canelo and Triple G, were laser focused. They fed off the crowd. Once they stepped inside the ring, now it's showtime. This is what I've been working for. You know, I've been in the gym for 3 whole months. Blood, sweat, and tears. This is the moment. Now it's like a day in the office. This is what I know. This is what I've been working for. And once that bell rings, now I have to take care of business.
People on their feet as we underway. 12 rounds in the championship. Belts on the line. Gennady Golovkin in that military green. Canelo Alvarez, the blue and gold. Both fighters are predicting a knockout. Both of them smirk and just shine and laugh when they say that you're going to get knocked out by somebody else. But no, I'm the one coming with the big punch. You hear the crowd for Triple G, surrounded by Canelo. Canelo's eluding that one. He made his training camp and is normally in Southern California in the Del Mar area. Gennady Golovkin in the mountains of Big Bear, about 2 hours north of downtown Los Angeles. Both fighters camped away from their homes in Kazakhstan and Mexico.
Going into the fight, you know, right from the start, Canelo was dictating the pace. He was making Triple G miss a lot of punches. He wasn't making him pay as much, but he was making him miss. The ring generalship was all Canelo.
10 seconds to go. Not many punches landed or thrown. Interesting to see how judges score that one.
Time! I felt that that Canelo did enough to win the first rounds.
Él te quiere agarrar con un solo golpe, como ya sabemos. Te está marcando sus dos izquierdas y te tira el gancho de derecha. Ten cuidado con eso. Ahorita lo ibas a recibir muy bien. Hay que estar haciendo el paso atrás y recibirlo con el upper. Si fallas tus golpes, tus derechas, te me agachas. Ten cuidado con este golpe.
Short right hand. He's going to counter with the uppercut. Give me the left hook right here, okay? Okay. Deep breath. Пониже, бей чуть. И джебом. Дергай его.
Tragos amargos by Ramon Ayala, jamming early in the second. Usually that's the one played at the end of the night. Sold out T-Mobile Arena. This fight sold out in less than 2 weeks. Still buzzing after just 1 round. You heard Eddie Reynoso, the longtime trainer of Canelo Alvarez, telling him, you know he's going to go for just that one punch, Kevin.
Well, the big key here is as they adjust and adapt, things will change on both men. Canelo is, you know, he's getting some respect here from G, and I expected that. The big thing is very simple. You know, if G gets hit by one of his shots, will it be enough to penetrate and make Triple G pay attention to Canelo?
In other words, does Canelo Alvarez hit hard enough to earn Triple G's respect?
I don't believe he does, but at the end of the day, you're not getting hit with those punches myself. I'm not getting hit with them, but I've seen him when he did the Cotto. I've seen him when he did the Chavez. When he hits middleweights, there's not much reaction. And I think, personally today, he's slower than he normally is because he did get bigger for this fight.
He is heavier. But Golovkin is fighting at that careful pace, showing the respect that he showed middleweight punchers like Curtis Stevens early on or David Lemieux early on, which gives Canelo the opportunity to still, or maybe rightfully earn some of these early rounds.
Yeah, well,
I scored round one for Canelo. Not a lot happened, but I thought he had the crisper punches.
Yeah, you know, I was wavering.
land.
I was going to go eat that even, and I gave it to Gennady. I thought it was to the walking forward.
Right, that's fair.
I thought it was initiating the action like he's here. The question mark is you know, the crowd's going to scream every time Canelo throws something. The question mark is he landing effective. So far, this round I'm getting him. He's landing more shots than Golovkin. So right now, you know, I think G's just take a look at him about 5-6 rounds. He don't look comfortable yet to me.
Some nice hand speed from Canelo.
Jab from Canelo, landing a couple good hooks early in the round. Hook from Golovkin. Canelo slips. Good defense from the Mexican fighter. More movement in Canelo Alvarez in the last couple fights that we've seen.
I think he's got good head and upper body movement.
Also, the last couple fighters didn't have the power that Gennady Golovkin is known for.
He became a better fighter after fighting Floyd, I think, Canelo.
Yeah, he would be the first to admit that.
Yeah, he learned a lot in that fight.
His only loss, Floyd Mayweather. Canelo had a draw early on in his career. Remember, he turned professional at 15 in Jalisco. Started boxing around the age of 12, 13. No need for the amateur system. Mexico, you think you can ready? They'll turn you pro.
Yeah, Gennady's trying to get close enough to land an effective punch.
Uppercut from Canelo. Final seconds. And that'll do it.
Alvarez landing a nice left hook to the liver region of Triple G's body. And Triple G comes right back with a beautiful straight right cross.
Eddie Reynoso told Canelo Alvarez, he's strong but slow. You know his power, but he is slow. Let Lento to stay close, keep the fight in the middle of the ring.
In that third round, I felt Triple G picking up the pace. I felt Triple G that he looked a bit desperate, meaning he was pressuring more and throwing more punches.
It looks like Golovkin wants to step up his punch activity in this round.
He'll be more active here to start the third.
But I'd like to point something out. We're used to seeing Golovkin march forward, and he's just staked out in the middle of the ring with Canelo here.
Yeah, like I said, right now, Golovkin is giving respect to Canelo.
Is Canelo respecting Golovkin?
Yeah, so the key is, I think, you know, the power exchange here. But the thing is, Triple G don't not look relaxed in this fight right now. Canelo looks more comfortable to me in this fight right now.
Triple G looks stiff.
He's a little stiff, a little lethargic, like he's trying to figure out. You know, he looks a little bit slow. His timing looks off.
Well, I think he's out of his ring identity right now. He's used to guys backing away from him. He's used to cutting off the ring, hunting his man down. And Canelo has staked out the center of the ring. He's standing his ground. And many times, he's the one who's initiating the exchanges.
Yeah, I haven't seen Gennady go to the body at all.
He hasn't, Kevin. He's gone upstairs. Throw some jabs. He hasn't put any combinations together. Canelo trying to go to the midsection of Gennady Golovkin here halfway through the third. You're right. Every single punch Canelo lands, the crowd's going to go overreacting with it.
And that can have an effect on the official judges.
Well, Gennady's sticking to that jab.
That's a smart thing, right?
He's sticking to the jab. Very smart. Like I said, if he does that for 2 or 3 rounds, he'll know his distance, his range. It's how you find your distance and range.
Right from Gennady, blocked by Canelo. Again, blocked by Canelo. Blocked the jab. That one lands. Canelo counters with a left hook of his own. Body work going upstairs, Canelo.
Reality was, Canelo was making a miss. He wasn't making him pay, but he was dictating that round, where to a point where he was setting him up for his own combinations.
I think Canelo is gaining confidence in this round.
He's definitely gaining confidence.
And an uppercut, split the guard there with the left.
And Golovkin is there to be hit by the uppercut.
Slipping that punches. Canelo back against the ropes. Gets off of it. 30 seconds ago, it's been a strong round for Canelo Alvarez.
I think Gennady's got to go good. Left hook, left hooks, big left hooks.
Canelo moving around, bouncing a little bit. Feeling himself, huh, Doug?
Absolutely.
He looks good.
He's doing what he wants to do. Now, one thing I don't think he should do is go up against the ropes.
They told him stay in the middle.
Yeah, not for long. I think he's more effective in the middle. I think when you back away from Golovkin, you add to his strengths.
Which is what he's been used to. 3 rounds in the books. Middleweight division, the belts are on the line.
That third round was quite an interesting round. It was hard to judge. It could have gone either way. Both guys did an amazing job.
You're allowing him to work too much. Okay, feints, a good jab sets everything up. You got to step with it, okay, because he's pulling away, right? You understand? Yeah. Okay. Good jab, and the shots have to be here.
Canelo's very effective with that uppercut, that left uppercut, how he lands the shot precise. Golovkin stands right in front of him, and then there's the left uppercut. No reaction out of him, but he should not get hit with that punch.
All calm inside the ring. There's Canelo's mom. She makes the tortillas hecho de mano, takes care of her baby, lo chequea. The 8th kid in the Alvarez clan. We were wondering if he was going to shave that beard. Nah, he's rocking that beard. Keep it going. This is a kid you saw make his UFC debut when he was 19,
18 against Larry Mosley.
In a casino in the desert of Southern California.
That's right.
Now he's at the desert in Las Vegas, the boxing mecca. Is Canelo Alvarez. 3 in the books. How do you have it so far, Kev?
I have it so far 29-28 Canelo. Canelo won the last round. He's doing very good fight here. He looks very effective aggression. He looks like he's got control of the fight. He's throwing bombs. Not getting much reaction out of G, but we'll see what happens as the rounds go on.
He's racking up points, though, and I scored the first 3 rounds for Canelo. I do think the first round could have gone either way.
Yeah, so I got it 28-29, of course, unofficially Canelo Alvarez.
And there's Canelo's jab. Everyone talked about Golovkin's jab coming into this fight. I wonder what factor Alvarez's jab was going to be in this fight, and if he would be able to connect against Golovkin with regularity with his jab.
Yeah, the question mark is how effective are those shots that he's landing, because I've seen him before with Cotto and I've seen him before with Chavez, and there wasn't no reaction out of him.
Golovkin's walking through him, but it's Canelo who's landing the head-snapping punches, the eye-catching punches, the punches that the judges are going to take note of. He's racking up points even though he's not keeping significant damage on Golovkin.
Canelo,
this is the wrong place for Canelo.
What Jimmy's got to do is bend his chin down so he don't...
He's telling him, let's go. He's trying to go him in. This is exactly what Canelo Alvarez did to Chavez Jr. in May. He's asking for it. Why is Gennady hesitant here?
Gennady's got to be very careful, because Canelo's kind of quick, and he's getting some shots in when G falls asleep. So what happens is, as you can see, when he attacks, you know, he is a smaller man, and Golovkin knows that. So his speed, he's got to adjust to his speed. He won't get nothing wild and wiry.
But obviously he respects Alvarez's power. Otherwise he would have stayed on top of him, and he would let his hands go when Alvarez willingly went to the ropes.
Canelo was playing possum. Triple G said no.
Canelo in the 4th round, I felt he took off the round to catch his breath, to maybe catch his second wind. It was a difficult round because Golovkin was constantly pressuring him. He was cutting off the ring. And he won the round, hands down. That fourth round was, it was a very difficult one for Canelo.
Y moviendo la cintura y lo pasas, pero no te olvides de tirar tu jab, hijo. Tu jab, tu jab, tu jab. Inclinadito para que no te meta la derecha por acá. ¿Eh? ¿Cómo lo sientes a él? La goma.
Right there, Eddie Reynoso, if you're going to stay in the middle of the ring, keep your guard tight. Move your waist because you want to slip that right. Also, go punches 3-4 out of a time and then get out of there. Land 3, slip, and go around for another one.
That sounds like sound advice to me.
Round 5, Golovkin was feeling confident now. Confident to a point where he was throwing punches at will. I remember a looping right hand that landed on Canelo.
Big right from Triple G. Canelo says no, keeps his guard down. The first time Triple G lands a shot.
But I thought maybe he was gonna knock out Canelo and put him out. Canelo showed heart and a great chin. But it just reminded you of who Golovkin is. He's a relentless puncher. He's a fighter who just doesn't back down. He doesn't know how to take a step going backwards, so he continuously just puts pressure on you and gets you tired to a point where you can't take his punishment anymore. He did well in that round.
Fans standing up inside the T-Mobile Arena.
This is what we wanted. This is what we expected. This is what we're getting.
Canelo trying to counter, shaking his nose, no que no, mijo. Look at him, both of them. I slip, you slip, we all slip. They're both missing shots. And that's what Canelo wanted to do. He's been waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, he jumps off the rope. We're in the middle of the ring in an exciting 5th round.
And fans are jumping out of their seats.
Yes. It is a fun fight, and it's starting to heat up inside the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Wow. Good round.
Recupérate, toma aire. ¿Cómo te sientes? Mijo, cometiste el error que habíamos platicado. Si te quedas contra las cuerdas, él tiene la opción de tirarte ese golpe que te metió. No quiero que lo experimentes, hijo. Él tiene la ventaja porque te tiene contra las cuerdas. Ahí te metió el golpe que te ha metido sólido, es porque tú te lo buscaste, hijo. Él es más lento que tú. Si te tira 10 golpes, no abuses de hacer defensa. Bloquea, mueve la cintura y golpea. No quiero que estés exhibiendo esto sin tirar porque te va a pegar.
And this might be the best punch of the fight so far. A huge overhand right lands to the ear of Canelo, makes him fall back into the ropes. He bounces right back, shakes his head to Golovkin to let him know that, hey, I've got a nice beard. I also have a nice chin underneath this beard.
Eddie Reynoso said you allowed that right hand because you decided to go on the ropes. That's what you wanted him to do. Well, he did it. Don't do that. Gennady Golovkin lands that right.
It's in round 6. The tables are turning here. Canelo started boxing Triple G and trying to figure out what other strategy can I use other than fighting head on. What other strategy can I use to outbox him?
Good hunt from Canelo to the jump of Gennady Golovkin. But it was one, not the combinations that Eddie Reynoso wants from Canelo. Right hand from Triple G. Back to the ropes. From what's been usually respectful press tour.
Remember when Canelo Whitaker used to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, let's see.
Canelo's
Canelo's
very
esteemed of the
relaxed. That
game.
means if he's taking He's taking chances and risks.
But
That
that's
means he's
not
comfortable.
who he is.
That's true, and we're not used to seeing him showboat like that.
No.
That means he's comfortable.
Did you feel like he can do whatever he wants?
Well, he's starting to feel comfortable, but he can't take risks.
Bring him up, bring him up.
Some risks he can't take because I see Gennady right now is getting a little bit stronger, and he's starting to wear and get closer. He's starting to wear down, okay, Canelo a little bit. But as this fight goes on, it's going to get more daring. It's going to be more dramatic as they get tired.
The defense from both of these fighters, extraordinary. Slipping punches, blocking punches. A Kazakhstan fighter in Las Vegas with a pro-Mexican crowd chanting Triple G. That's Gennady Golovkin. That's the following that he has. That'll do it for that round.
The crowd wants to see fights. The crowd wants to see two fighters, clashing heads, not taking a step going backwards. And obviously the crowd started cheering for Triple G. The tables turned at this point. And now Canelo has to figure out a way to turn the tables back. It was not going to be easy. Triple G just kept on coming with more power. He was in great shape. This was the fight of his life.
Nomás es lo que sabes hacer. Defiéndete, tira tus rectos, bloquea, contragolpea, hijo, ¿eh? Pásame la grasa.
Stop
La grasa.
clowning.
Hijo,
Defend yourself,
más
throw
jab,
your
ocupo
rights.
muchos jabs.
Jabs.
Cuando veas que él vaya para atrás, atácamelo con 3 golpes.
When
Él no
he's
sabe
going
de
back, throw
caminar
3
para
punches
atrás,
at a
no sabe
time.
defender hacia atrás. Ocupo que...
Gotta put more grease in there, man. Okay. So a little longer with the shots. Good. You're throwing a good jab.
And there's this Pernell Whitaker move we used to see back in the 80s, and Canelo's doing it here in the late 2010s. A student of the game, as I said. But his corner did not like that.
No, they haven't liked it early on, Doug. And this is, I think, Kevin, as you said it, the confidence, he's feeling himself.
Yeah, he's getting better and better. I got this fight actually right now dead even.
I have it 4 rounds to 2 for Canelo Alvarez, but I have Triple G coming on. I've scored rounds 5 and 6 for Golovkin, but I think those rounds are close.
Yeah, right now he's starting to muscle Canelo around. The close fight, I got 57-57. The last round, like I said, Canelo's taking off a little bit here. The last round, I thought he took off a little bit. He stopped being effective as he was. He was good jab and good counter hooks. And he's carrying weight around him now, a little bit bigger. So we're going to see how this, as the fight progresses, how he does as far as cardiovascular.
Both guys had great defense at one point, but they were landing punches. And it's one of those rounds where you just don't know who to score it for. And sometimes as a judge, you look for maybe the footwork they're working on, maybe the punches that missed, the punches that landed, maybe the body shots. Maybe there were a few jabs that Triple G landed in Canelo's face. They look for power, they look for speed.
Triple G looking solid in this round, controlling it.
I think this is Golovkin's best round so far.
He's chasing Canelo around. Canelo's not playing around this time. Lands one shot to the body, that was it. 10 seconds ago in the 7th round, Gennady getting strong. Canelo right there with them.
Round 7 was a very, very difficult round to score because it's just one of those things where you're so confused on, who do I judge it for? And it was very strange that Adley Bird scored it for Triple G and the 2 other judges were split on it. So that was one of those rounds where it was very confusing.
Sold out T-Mobile Arena.
Hay que combinar más.
Fight that sold out in less than 2 weeks.
Sí, venga pues.
Mexican Independence Day. Canelo Alvarez has fought 7 times around this holiday. His only loss was against Floyd Mayweather. Tonight he's taking on Gennady Golovkin. On a holiday that, they said reserved for the Mexicans. Good Triple G lands a good shot. Canelo goes against the rope. This time he's not saying no. This time he's putting his guard up as Triple G. The last couple rounds has looked stronger.
Yeah, it seems like the punching power of Canelo is faded a little bit, the snap that he had earlier. Now he's more of a thumping puncher, and Triple G's shots are more direct and more current, and they're a lot harder. It seems like G wants to get into a confrontation with him.
Right hand from Canelo. Splitting the guard. Trapped and jab. Triple G. Gennady Golovkin.
Nice body attack by Alvarez, but the great thing about Golovkin is he never abandons his jab. And I think Alvarez has done that sporadically throughout this fight.
Round 8 and 9, I felt Triple G was definitely putting on the pressure, to a point where Canelo was maybe boxing too much and not throwing his punches back at Triple G. Therefore, obviously the rounds were much easier to score for Triple G.
A lot of fans from Europe, a lot of fans from Kazakhstan have made the trek to Las Vegas, chanting for Gennady Golovkin.
They are being treated to some quality stuff here between these two middleweight champions.
Golovkin is making his Las Vegas debut. He sold out LA, he sold out New York. Here he is in Las Vegas as the B-side fighter. A lot of little irritations back and forth in negotiations. A lot of concessions as to who would come out first, who would be recognized as the champ, because Gennady does have the belts. Canelo known as a linear champion. And how do you sell it? In the ring.
The fight kind of has taken on the complexion of the Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard fight, in which Leonard, the faster, more athletic fighter coming up in weight, was crisper with his punches and kind of out-hustled him over the first 3 or 4 rounds, and then the natural middleweight champion comes on with his pressure and his consistency offensively in the middle rounds.
Yeah,
we'll see how the late rounds play out.
As this fight goes on.
Uppercut from Canelo.
And
solid.
Always there, isn't it?
But it was one punch. His corner's been telling him to throw combos. "24 seconds ago, Abel Sanchez warned Gennady Golovkin, do not slack off the last 20. Have to finish strong. Will he listen to him here in the 8th as Canelo attacks the body? That might have been on the hip. Gennady keeps on coming. The pressure from Gennady Golovkin here in the final seconds of the 8th. He's listening to his trainer. Another solid round between Canelo and Gennady Golovkin, as both of them able to land their own shots. Gennady pounding his chest, feeling it.
There you go. Good round. Just make sure that we don't let him work. Watch that uppercut too. You see that uppercut, okay? I see it. Beautiful. Okay, deep breath. Good pressure. Just a little more effective with the shots, okay? Grease, man.
Here we take a look at some action. The uppercut landed by Canelo. Gennady didn't see it coming. He tried to retaliate right away. Here we take a look. Triple G leaning in. Uppercut, he lands on the Canelo. So the men share uppercuts.
Round number 9 was not difficult to score at all. Triple G, hands down, threw more punches. He landed more punches at will and was making the fight a lot closer in his favor.
Most of these guys up. There you go. But that's a left hook. He throws a right hook like that, too.
That snapped Canelo's face. Gennady Golovkin nods, admires his work a bit. They put their hands together. Canelo dances back his gloves. Gennady Golovkin picking up the pressure. Canelo moving off of those ropes.
Now he wants to get in competition now. Canelo wants to get into competition. Canelo's trying to knock out.
Beginning to get overwhelmed.
Canelo.
Yes, Canelo's looking like he's beginning to get overwhelmed. I thought he looked arm weary in the last 2 rounds. You kind of see it on his face as fatigue is setting in.
He was on the roof earlier, bouncing off. Here, he's leaning against the ropes as Gennady Golovkin has him. Canelo with the hook. Separate for a bit. Canelo right on top, and Golovkin right on top. Not allowing the Mexican to breathe.
So, you know, at this point now, it's Triple G's not only power and energy, but his experience that was taking over the fight.
Triple G is walking through him.
Gennady is bouncing on his toes here in the 9th round. Canelo moving around that ring.
He wants to finish this.
Kevin, how demoralizing is it for a fighter to nail your opponent with your best shot and to have him just walk right through it?
You want to run home and get your gun. Because let me tell you something. It's like an alley fight. I mean, I went through it with Troy Dorsey. Troy Dorsey kept coming and coming. It's very demoralizing.
In the corner is Canelo, keeping his hands down. Asking for it. Get his mijo. There you go. There's an
He wants
uppercut.
to do that. I'm saying for Gennady to go to the body.
Playing possum. Off of the ropes to the middle. Gennady Golovkin has looked strong the last few rounds. He is getting stronger as the fight is going on.
Because I believe what's going on here is that Canelo is getting weaker. So because the thing is, the longer the fight goes, the more that weight of Gennady becomes a factor.
Final seconds of the 9th. Another fun round between Triple G and Canelo in Las Vegas.
Triple G working that jab, following up with a beautiful straight right. Canelo comes back with a right that he misses, but he nails Golovkin with a left hook. And here's a sweeping overhand right cross that lands right on the cheekbone of Triple G.
But was that enough to win the round? That's my question.
Yeah, not on my scorecard. I gave that round to Triple G, but it was close and competitive. I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of the official judges did.
Championship rounds. You know they're yelling at their TV or computer or laptop in Kazakhstan. You know Don Jose is yelling, Vamos Canelo. They're going for their fighter. The 10th round. This is when you separate, as they say, the men from the boys, or the champion from the contenders.
Absolutely, Beto.
Well, round 10 is now the championship rounds, the beginning of the championship rounds, and you know, the fact that there's an urgency, Canelo's feeling like, okay, I took a few rounds off. Let me finish this fight strong.
This is where Canelo is effective, center of the ring, dropping combinations, not Golovkin off balance.
I'm gonna keep boxing. I'm gonna stay on my toes, but I'm gonna finish strong and land some combinations at will on Golovkin's face.
The urgency, T-Mobile Arena on their feet. All the fans here. Even Bernard Hopkins watching ringside on his feet here in the 10th. Oh, so much fun between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez.
This is great stuff.
Just exchanging it. Warriors going at it.
This is beautiful brutality.
If G don't want to hold, he pushed Canelo off. He wants to go to war.
I was quite surprised that Canelo, out of nowhere, felt this sense of urgency.
I don't like the position that Canelo's in right now. He needs to stay out of corners, stay off the ropes.
He had the strength and the power and the speed to throw some beautiful combinations and land those combinations on Golovkin.
It's early, but his corner, Canelo's corner, urged him to win the next 3 rounds. So he's got to win these next 3 rounds. They failed to seal the decision. So Gennady's putting the foot on the gas and saying, let's go. Let's make this thing happen.
I would tell Canelo to leave everything in the ring. You never want to end the fight where you felt you can still give it some more.
Triple G looks strong the first half of the round. Will he be able to finish it and finish strong? Can Canelo get himself back into this round? And what's been a tight fight. And you see him stalking on this Gennady Golovkin. Canelo came out.
I thought Alvarez came out bombs away.
Alvarez is breathing heavy, isn't he?
But like I said, he got bigger for this fight. Bad mistake. That he's got more muscle weight, takes more energy. So honestly, he got stronger, but he didn't really get stronger because they don't know how big you get. Like I said, right now he's really tussling with that weight because that weight's slowing him down.
You want to feel exhausted. You want to feel like if you can't lift up your your gloves an inch. You know, you want to feel tired. You want to feel, I mean, as if those gloves are weighing 50 pounds in your hands. You know, and that's what the championship rounds are.
Kevin, who do you think is winning this round 10?
Right now, Golovkin is definitely winning the round. Gennady's doing a heck of a job. He's going forward, pressing the issue. It's called ring generalship. Canelo, I'm waiting for Canelo to explode, but Canelo looks like he's got discouraged when he got hit with those punches.
But Canelo did explode in the first minute of this round, but it's not enough to carry the entire round.
Like I say, he's got to be strong throughout the round.
You want to keep throwing punches until you can't throw anymore.
He wants to. He's landed. Canelo slow here in the final seconds of the 10th.
He felt a sense of urgency, but you want to do some more.
Closing out the 10th round like the champion that he's looking right now. Abel Sanchez stands up in the corner, claps like he's a fan, then he gets into the ring. That's the kind of vibe that there is in Las Vegas.
Going into the 11th round, I felt that he needs at least one round.
6 rounds, how do you feel?
For a draw or for a win. That's how close I had the fight.
Here we have blood from Canelo being spit up.
Son 2 minutos. ¿Cómo siente las piernas?
I believe both guys, right from the get-go, you know, did enough to deserve the win.
Let's take a look at this. You see these punches that Canelo landed, straight right hand, and they were exchanges early in the round. And Canelo started off with. It is a straight right hand, but it didn't. Golovkin comes back and misses, and off balance. It looked like it hurt him, but it didn't hurt him.
Right, so it was Golovkin threw himself off balance with that right cross. It wasn't from Canelo's punch.
Yeah, but he won the rest of the round, so it depends on how these judges are looking at this fight. Are they looking at this fight as Gennady coming forward? Okay, because right now Canelo, he has his moments, but they're so infrequent.
They both wanted that victory. They both, you know, wanted to win the fight, and but going into the 11th round, I felt that Canelo had to do more in order to at least get a draw or get the win.
Both fighters predicted a knockout before the 10th round. Didn't happen. We're in the 11th. Gennady Golovkin was a slight favorite coming into this fight at the Vegas sportsbooks.
Well, they went past my prediction. I thought it was going to be a body shot around 10. I have not seen Gennady go into the body. Canelo is doing, I think, a good boxing job, a decent boxing job, better than most people thought.
Canelo was dictating the pace, and he showed us once again what he's made of.
That's why they're the elites. That's why they're pay-per-view main events. That's why their fights sold out immediately.
Oh, and they're giving the fans their beautiful right cross from Alvarez.
This is what it's all about. Gennady gets hit. Says, give me another one. Come on. Vente, mijo.
He dug deep down inside and continued to throw combinations, continued to land on Golovkin, and obviously he took the rounds.
Canelo takes a breath. 10 seconds to go in the 11th round. A tight one. And we head to the 12th. Lo está persinando. She's praying for her son. That is Canelo's mom.
Mijo, él no tiene otra opción más que salir como perro.
You gotta come out and get the fight.
Hazlo fallar, mijo. Ahí te va. Va a salir como perro. Un golpe.
3 minutes, all 3 minutes, okay? Don't let him rest.
После атаки внимательнее, Гена. После атаки внимательнее. Короче.
Ben, down.
Is this one in the air?
I've got Golovkin ahead 7 rounds to 4, but I had a lot of those rounds that I scored for Golovkin as close rounds, including the last round, including round 9. So I think Abel Sanchez is right. He needs to come out there and decisively win the 12th and final round.
They touch gloves, they hug, and then they go back to scrapping. Gennady Golovkin, undefeated, has the belt in the 160-pound division. Canelo trying to take it away, lands an uppercut.
Work out, work. No.
Beautiful fight tonight.
Fellas. There we go.
Canelo going for the grand slam.
Yeah, I did feel that Canelo ended the fight strongly. He was boxing, he was retrieving.
He's doing it upstairs to that granite chin of Gennady Golovkin, who nods. Another right hand from Canelo. Golovkin right there with him. Combination from Canelo.
Golovkin was now pressuring Canelo like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, he might have hurt Canelo with those shots. Because Canelo's legs don't look stable.
Jab from Golovkin. Jumping right on Canelo.
They making this a historical fight because they're exchanging. They don't really care who gets hit or what gets hit.
They said early that this could probably be the beginning of the trilogy. Yeah, I think we all want to see it again, no matter who wins. The fans are winning tonight. This is real boxing. This is a real fight. Nice shot from Triple G.
I don't know if it was because he wanted to close the show and finish strong, or if Golovkin was just, I guess, I don't know, he was a bit desperate and he knew that he was behind.
A minute to go between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin.
No, watch out. Work out. Stop.
A very tired Canelo Alvarez. You've seen his hands down. This isn't his division. It's the first time he fights at 160. Gennady Golovkin has ruled it for a while. Look at that smirk from Gennady. Nope. Frustration on the face of Canelo. He's thrown his best tonight. And Gennady's been right there with him.
Very sharp. Gennady didn't have a body attack tonight.
They both wanted the big shots. There was no body shots, Kevin Kelly. Final seconds of what's been a fantastic and fun fight between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez.
But it was a great fight. It was a great fight by both guys. They fought their hearts out, and I felt that that this fight was one of those fights where it was hard to judge.
Both fighters showed us what made them special. It's so rare that a fight of this magnitude between two elite fighters in a huge pay-per-view event actually lives up to the hype, and this one just did.
After the final round, I had Canelo winning by 1 or 2 points. And again, you can make the argument that the fight could have gone either way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards after 12 rounds of boxing. Adelaide Bird scores it 118 to 110 for Canelo.
Well, once I heard Bird's scorecard, in my mind I was thinking, oh boy, here we go again. You know, I didn't see it 118, 110. I saw it a very close fight. I think it could have gone either way. When you have the human factored into it, you know, as a judge, there's going to be some mistakes, and nobody's perfect. Maybe the judge who had it 118, 110 saw something that several million people didn't see, you know?
Dave Moretti scores it 115, 113 for Triple G. And Don Trella scores it 114, 114, a three-way split. This is officially a draw.
I was happy with the draw, but I did have Canelo up by 1 or 2 points just because of what I was looking for in the fight, meaning, you know, combining all the footwork and the ring generalship and the fact that it was such a close fight. Me as a boxing expert, I looked for other little things, you know, that I can, you know, make an argument that Canelo deserved the fight. Like, for instance, the speed in his punches, or the power behind his punches, the punches that he landed, the jabs that a lot of times the judges don't count, and even the body shots that were landing. So I had Canelo by 1 or 2 points, but this fight was extremely, extremely close to judge. I had it 115, 113 for Canelo at the end, and it could have gone the other way around as well, or it could have been a draw, which obviously it was a draw. But again, it was one of those fights where I was a bit confused, but at the same time, I felt that Canelo did enough. I'm sure a lot of Triple G fans were very disappointed, to say the least, with the draw, and I'm sure Canelo fans were also disappointed with the outcome. But it's one of those fights where you have two elite fighters, and they're always going to be fighting at the highest level, and you're gonna get those fights where it can go either way. So I think a draw was justified because both guys fought their heart out.
Final seconds of what's been a fantastic and fun fight between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez.
There's all these variables that come into play. And so maybe that's why I just felt that this fight was so close that I can give the advantage to Canelo, but a draw was okay in my book. At that point now, you're thinking, okay, let's give another fight to the fans because A, it was a great fight, and B, the fans deserve it. Here we are again, part 2. I'm hoping it doesn't go to the scorecards. I'm hoping that we get a knockout. First of all, because I love knockouts, being an ex-fighter myself, but I think fans deserve it. What makes this second fight special is the animosity that has been brewing for quite some time now. I've never seen Triple G with such anger towards his opponent, and vice versa. Canelo wants to knock his head off. September 15th will be one of those fights that 20 years from now you'll be talking about. Canelo Triple G will be one for the ages.